What's up, guys? My name is Phil. Welcome back to... Oh, I got a little smudge in the camera. What's up, guys? My name is Phil. Welcome back to Miranda Detailing. So, today's video, we're going to be doing a full paint correction on this BMW X5. So, it's a 2017 X5. It's in the shop today for a full paint correction. And really, that's it. No ceramic coatings or anything like that. We are going to put, of course, a good sealant on it, and we have a variety of different ceramic sealants that we're going to that we can apply to it. So we'll choose one at the end of the video to apply. So we're going to start with our pre-wash. So our rinsing, our APC rinsing as usual, but we have some new chemicals that we're going to try out. So now the new chemicals that we're going to use today, they're not new, they're new to me. We're going to use this organic cleaner from Art to Shine. It is an alkaline solution. So it's a great cleaner, and you can use this inside and out. And I also have their pH neutral citrus cleaner. This also I have diluted to use for the interior. Now, both of these can be diluted to whatever strength you need, but it does recommend a 10-to-1 dilution ratio for most things. So I'm going to use it, I'm going to put a few ounces in my MJJC new foam cannon that I just got. Wash the vehicle down with this. We'll see how it foams. If it's not enough, I might either add more or, I don't know, choose another shampoo, but it's not a big deal. It is going to clean the paint as well. And that's actually what Art to Shine recommended too. You can use either one. You can use the alkaline one, which is stronger, higher alkaline, of course, or you can use the pH neutral soap. You can probably use that for maintenance washing, which is pretty cool. So I have my bucket. Hot water in the buckets because it's still a little bit chilly. And let's get to pre-washing and washing this X5. So the BMW is now washed. It is squeaky clean and actually pretty smooth. We didn't even need to use a clay bar down there because it felt really smooth. So whatever they did at the dealership, at least they clay barred it or something because it is smooth. However, when I saw the paint beforehand, I'm going to show you what's going on this door, and we'll definitely have to do some correction. Wheels cleaned up really nice. We used the Enzo wheel cleaner and their tire cleaner. So that combo, it is very, very strong. So if you want to try this stuff out, it is a little pricey, but it is really, really good stuff. And I kind of reserve it for jobs like this, that the customer is paying a little bit more of a premium price. And this stuff, as you saw, didn't foam up a lot, but that's okay. I mean, it's not made as a car shampoo, but it can be used as a pre-wash. So as you saw in the foam cannon, it put out a very light amount of foam, but it did put the chemical onto the paint. So if you want to use this as a pre-wash, you can, or a pre-wash shampoo, pre-wash soap, whatever. You can rinse the vehicle, spray it on, let it dwell, rinse it off if that's your method. This is a viable option. But we're going to mix this up for later jobs and use it on the interior for cleaning stains, but you can use it as a pre-wash. That's how much I used. I know I probably used a little bit too much, but that's okay. And then what you saw me foam it up with was Koshchemi Gentle Snow Foam. I just had a little bit left in here and just kind of layered it on top and then washed it with that. So, yep, pretty good combo. Cleaned the paint really well, and it was very, very slick as well. All right, she's now clean and dry. And we have overcast, so yeah, it doesn't look so nice in the sun and clouds. Sure it does, but wait until we get full sun on it or our lights in the shop. But we'll examine the paint underneath those lights and see what we're up against today. And we will hand polish these black gloss wheels. You saw how we use that nice wheel woolly. We love that for delicate black gloss wheels like this. So we'll seal those up as well after we hand polish them. So let's pull her in and examine the paint and see what we're up against. All right, now under the lights we can see, so it's not straight black, it is a metallic. I forget what the color is, but if any of you know what the color is, just put it in the comments down below. I don't always have time to go and check what the color is. It doesn't really matter anyway. But if some people want to know, go ahead, do the research and put it in the comments down below. So you can see it does have some swirls. It's not extremely bad. It's not super trashed or anything like that. I think a lot of this will come out pretty easily. We do have some other weird marks that we're contending with over here. Looks like someone swiped something with a towel with some sort of grit in it, and it definitely marred the paint there. So again, that should come out pretty easily with compounding. Let me grab my light here and let's examine the paint on this side. And this is where I saw holograms. There we go. Look at all that. What a mess. But at least it's just holograms. Those will come out. That's just water down there. It's dripped as we pulled it in. So yep, holograms to contend with. And some other heavy compounding here that was done. Looks like somebody else was here. Yep, down there. But really that's not too bad. That will come out. And we have a little bit of water spotting here. It's actually, it's really hard to pick up on the camera. Yeah, you can kind of see it. You can see some spots there, water spots. We can either take care of that with chemical, or the compounding stage should remove those light water spots also. We're going to remove that plate. Ooh, what did you just use? Oh, kinetic. I knew that smell. It smells so good. Yeah, typical wash swirls and marring. Oh, a little bit of hologramming up here. Yeah, a little bit. Somebody attacked it with a polisher. And anything down here? Not too bad. See, yeah, that's your usual wash marring. It could be either just from hand washing or kind of straight lines. So it could also be from a car wash. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, there's some heavier ones there. Okay, so let's test out some stuff. We have a couple of new compounds. Well, one new compound from Extreme Solutions. Let's try this out. This is their LVR 321 Knockout. And it's a pretty heavy compound, but it's supposed to finish pretty well. And then we'll try some different things here. We have their Pure Polish, their paint, or their Pure Restoration System Step 2 Pure Polish. And we also have the Koshchemi Fine Cut. So we'll experiment, we'll try some different ones. And here's what I may do, and I think some people are going to be like, why are you doing that? We're going to switch compounds up. We'll use this one, and if it works, great. But then we may switch it up to something else, like the other Koshchemi Heavy Cut. Or we also have their Extreme Bite from Extreme Solutions, or we have their Step 1 Pure Cut. You know, I can try all sorts of different stuff to get the finish that I want. So if I use one compound on the hood, and it works, and then I try another compound on that panel, and it works, then fine. It doesn't matter. Some people were saying, oh, it's going to leave an uneven finish, or why don't you just use one product? Because you don't have to. You can bend those rules, you can break those rules, it's not a big deal. Whatever the end result is, that's what you're looking for. If I wanted, I can use a different compound for every single panel, get the result I want, and then use a different polish for every single panel and get the result I want.
That sounds crazy.
That's crazy. Oh my goodness. We are such hacks using all sorts of different compounds and polishes on one vehicle. Yeah, get over it. That's ridiculous thinking. You do whatever you need to do as a detailer to compound and polish to get the finish that you want. So let's start with knockout, and I'm going to use an orange pad, maybe a heavier pad than that, and that's my baseline, and then I'll see if I need more cut, or maybe not less cut, but maybe more cut. We'll see. Ooh, this stuff smells nice. Smells like cinnamon. Smells like D300. Whoa, that's nice. I might need a little bit more, maybe like a microfiber pad, but man. That's nice. Feels smooth. Let's see. Wipe off is a little grabby, but it wipes off clean. Ooh, okay. Yeah, definitely need more cut.
Huh.
You could actually even use that as a polish. Okay, so this is after a couple of passes. Here's what it looked like before. See? And clears right out. Little bit of hazing, but you can still see a little bit of light swirls right there. So that's my baseline. I'm going to go heavier now. I'm going to kick it up to a microfiber disc and get more of this out. I want as much clarity as possible. And if there are a few deeper scratches, there are a few like little deeper lines, we'll see if we can compound them out, but we won't attack them aggressively. So let's switch it up to the microfiber disc and see if we can get some more cut. I'm going to do it down here and let's see what happens. So this compound has a really nice long working time. Does it dust? I think my pad was dusting, not the compound. Sometimes it may be your pad. If you've cleaned your pad, there's going to be some sort of residual particles in there, you know, some dust from whatever compound or polish you use. Even if you wash it and wash it and rinse it and rinse it, wash it and rinse it, it still has that in there for some reason. So a good thing to do is either mist the pad with a little bit of water or a a pad conditioner, and blow it out first. That way you blow the majority of the dust. You'll still get a little dust on the first few passes, but then that goes away. At least that's just what I have found. So it's not always the product that dusts. Man, this leaves a very nice finish. Let's see if there's any micro marring. Wow, that did an excellent job. All right, let's see what shows up under the lights. Yeah, you can see a little bit of haze. It's kind of hard to tell because the metallic kind of gives its own little haze. Yeah, you can see a few little marks here and there. I might just hit it again. But man, that's really good. So there's a few little deeper scratches there. That's not too bad. I might give it another hit. But it's really hard to pick those up with the naked eye though. I can't really even see them. The camera picks it up, but I can't see it. That did a great job. Let's compare it to what it did over here. Yeah, so you can still see some light straight line marks, and then it clears up with just little tiny, you know, minor scratches, little tiny ones, not big huge ones, but like little tiny hairline scratches that aren't noticeable with the naked eye. But you go over here with just the orange pad and you have those lines there. So yep, okay, that's where I want to be. I think that's where we want to be, right there. There's a weird little imperfection there. So yep, that did a great job. I might do one more compounding pass, but that's awesome. And I might switch it up. I might try a different compound, maybe their extreme bite, and see how that performs. But look at that. It finished down extremely well. Little tiny scratch there. See, with full paint corrections, I'm not going to try to shoot for getting every one of those little tiny lines out. Look, you can see one right there in the light. I'm going to go for that one, maybe a little bit more. But after 2 heavy compounding hits, if it doesn't come out, I'm not going to go any further. Don't risk it. Don't try to shoot for that, because you're not going to see it out in the sunlight. You can see right there the clarity compared to right there where it starts to get hazy and swirled. So even with paint corrections, I'm shooting for 90%, never more than that. It really depends on the vehicle. So I don't want to compromise anything, and I'm not going to heavily compound it to the point where, sure, the paint looks 99%, but we have thin spots now. That's not good. So you be the judge. You do what you want with your paint corrections, but this is how far we're going to go so that we can safely make the vehicle look incredible like that without compromising too much. So I'm taking some paint readings, and the clear coat seems pretty healthy. It's above 4 mils, which is good, and it's averaging around 4.25 to 4.4. So that is good, and even after I compound it, but there are some sections that are just at 4 mils, and it's because I had to compound a little heavier in these areas, and it's gotten it down now to like 4 mils, and actually this one just read 397. So give or take a couple of microns, you don't want to go past that. I'm not going to go past that, and there are still some imperfections there that I'm just not going to dig out anymore. That's it. I want to leave the readings above 4 4.25 if I can. That way it leaves room for polishing later on if the need be. I don't want to grind into the paint to take out 99% of the imperfections and leave it around 4 or under mils. That wouldn't be wise to do that. So remember, with your paint corrections, keep that in mind. You don't need to go 100%. Shoot for 90. Don't try to dig out some of those deeper scratches. I know they're going to annoy you. The customer may or may not see them, or he may not even care, but explain to the customer too. If you take it any more, if you remove that scratch, you're going to end up with very thin paint, and if you scratch that area again and you compound it again, you risk burning through and just leaving the paint thinner. Not a good idea. So explain that to the customer as well. Explain you're taking readings and you're making sure to be safe, not just compounding and polishing to make the paint look perfect and then compromising it in the end. Not a good thing to do. That's why we don't try to shoot for 100%. It's not reasonable, it's not safe.
Can I see that over here, babe?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, one more thing. These side fenders are fiberglass or carbon fiber, whatever it is. I can't take readings on them. So I have to treat them like this and just go very, very gentle and don't over compound.
There's still this imperfection, but I don't know if I should go any further.
Yeah. Oh wow, you actually have about 4.5 mils.
There. Oh, okay.
That's not too bad. You can go a little bit further.
I just don't know if it'll do anything, but...
Yeah, try it out and we'll take readings again. So there's an imperfection in that door, but it's reading 4.8, which is good. That's really good. So we can go a little bit further. And when we start getting to like 4.5 mils, I'm gonna kind of call it. I don't wanna go any, further than that, especially if the defect is taken out to the point where you can't even see it anymore. You have to shine lights on it and search for it. Leave it at that. Don't worry about it because you don't want to compromise anything. So you having okay success with that compound, or you want to switch it up?
I like it.
Good. So the paint is really turning out great. You can see we're heavily compounding here. That's why you get a little bit of that haze right there. That will come out in the polish to follow. But as you can see, yeah, you can see a line right there. Pretty distinct. And after we polish it, it will refine it even more, bring out more clarity, and you won't see any type of little light hazing like that. So here's what we're doing. We've tried the Pure Cut, and I do really like this. It actually reminds me of correction compound from Meguiar's. So very long working time, cuts really well. And I also threw in a little bit of extreme bite to get a little bit more bite, but I didn't notice it doing that much more of a difference than just using the Pure Cut or the D300. So that just depends on the paint. It actually is clearing up really, really nice. And we have some other super deep defects that I'm just not going to attack. There's like a little light straight line right there. Right there. I've already hit that a few times. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to worry about that. It's a tiny, tiny imperfection. I'm trying to get out the heavier stuff. And the finish is going to look incredible. It's already looking amazing. Yeah, and it already has some stone chips. That's actually stone chip there. And a bunch on the hood. It's a 2017, so it does have some wear and tear on it. If you do have some dusting problems, you can always try a pad conditioner. This is one from Sonax. Vonax, this is their Gliz. And you can just do one little spray on the pad and then put your compound on there. And it just adds some polishing oils to that and kind of cuts down on the dust, and it also makes it easier to wipe off. So that's pretty cool. Compounding is almost done. I'm almost done working down this side compounding, and the other side we just need to get the lower portions. But now my wife is going to start polishing, and we were using the Extreme Solutions Pure Polish. So it's from their Pure Restoration System, Step 2, Pure Polish, and just a soft black pad. And I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if we can pick it up on camera. But here it is slightly hazy. I mean, ever so slightly hazy. And that's just from the heavy compounding. And when we go over to the polish section, it cleans up. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's hard to tell. Let's see if we can pinpoint it with this light. You can see, yep, you can see a little bit of movement, a couple of inches from the light on either side. And then move over here and it goes away. Nice and crystal clear. Yeah, that's awesome. Beautiful. And over here, slightly hazy. You can kind of see the line of demarcation. So polished, and this is just compounded. Yeah, see, you can see it. Awesome, great job. So you can go a little bit quicker, of course, with polishing. You don't need to have long working cycles. You can go a lot quicker, but that just depends on your method. So first, wipe off with the first towel. Oh, that's not bad at all. And then second towel cleans up the rest of the residue. Man, that is glossy. That is nice. Oh, there's a little spot right there. Oh, you got it. A little bit more on that area. Right there. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful finish. So glossy. That is awesome. Look at that. That's an amazing finish. Very, very nice. Very crisp. All right, great. Polishing is now done. This thing is turning out to be amazing. So we are hitting all the plastic before we add any protection, because if there is any light overspray, it can be wiped down easily. So let's take a look around. It is looking so good. You can see we polished these little areas. We don't go too far on these. They're so small, and if you over compound them, it's not like, you know, the paint here, it's plastic and it's most likely thinner. I can't measure it since it's plastic. So we go very, very careful. We use an all-in-one polish for all that black trim. Yep, pillars looking really good. All the little black pieces looking really nice. Paint is looking incredible. Look how nice and crisp everything looks. Beautiful. All that hazing, all those swirls, gone. It looks near perfect. I would say about 90%. There are some small defects here and there that we're not going to attack, and you really have to search them out. So for protection, we're going to use the Vonnex blend and their paste wax. And I know, Paste wax may seem a little archaic and they take a little bit more time to apply, but that's okay. I want to give it a try. I've already applied this onto our own vehicle, onto a door, and the durability on it, you know, we're testing, seems to be pretty good so far. So we're going to apply that and then top it with their blend SiO2 Black Edition, basically spray sealant. This is also an SiO2 paste wax. So sealant, wax, you know, those words can be used simultaneous, or that's not what I wanted to say. I can't talk. Whether wax or sealant, those can be used interchangeably. Basically, it's an SiO2 blend, wax and sealant. So I have my little applicator here. Now I've learned something with these applicators. To apply it dry, like I did before, can be kind of a pain. So what I'm going to do is just get this slightly damp, just enough so that it spreads the product easier. And it's okay to use a damp little applicator like that. Or maybe I'll just switch up to using one of these instead. Oh yeah, actually these usually perform better than foam. I'm not a big fan of foam applicators, so I'll give it a try. I'll use this and we'll see how that does. Wow, look at that reflection. Hi. So I make sure to get like half the applicator, the top half, coated with the paste wax. Ooh, oh man, I do like this better. This just applies smoother. I'm not a fan of foam applicators, but I guess that's just me. And other people also sometimes. It's not just me. Sometimes it's other people too. They agree. They feel the same way. So circular motions just to get the even coverage, and then I'll go back over with straight line. And what does it say on here as far as wait time? It says wait 5 to 10 minutes, depending on temperature. It's really not that warm today, so we'll let it sit like 5 minutes, and then we'll see what's what.
Are you gonna re-swirl it up doing that?
Re-swirl it up by going in circular motions. Gosh, that's such an old, crazy adage that doesn't even make sense anymore. It never made sense anyway.
You like my stupid person voice?
It's excellent. I'm sure that's how they truly sound.
That'd be funny if you could swirl it up.
It does swirl.
Your words again.
I would have to eat those words. But good thing it doesn't make sense, because that's not actually how things work.
Unless it had dirt in it.
Unless I had, yeah. But even with that, you can also have straight line scratches from a dirt particle being in an applicator pad. I love that. It's so smooth. So I'm just gonna do the whole thing, and when it's ready to be removed, then we'll remove it. It can sit and be completely fine.
Sure.
Well, it's not like a coating.
I'm curious to see. Let me just try to wipe this. Oh my god. It wipes off like super easy.
Really?
Really.
Well, I like that.
Oh, wow.
No smearing?
None.
Well, wait. Let me get that on camera.
Okay. Maybe a little smearing.
All right. Let's wipe it and see how easy it is to remove.
Nice and easy.
All right. That looks really good. Oh, wow. Look at that. Will you just look at it?
Look at it.
Wow. All right. Great. It's great.
cover it with this?
Yep. Wow, that looks beautiful. So here's applied, wiped off. Oh, look how crystal clear that is. Oh, can't focus on it. There we go. That's nice.
All right, I'm gonna try it.
So we're also going to top it with their blend spray sealant. And we've used this before. It seems to be really nice stuff. And I guess if you have any smearing from the paste wax, you can use this to kind of clear it up.
Nice. Yeah, no smearing at all.
Smells good in here, whatever it is.
Yep. Okay, so with the application being so easy, removal also easy. Wait, I can't see myself. So with the application being super easy, removal easy, and then use the blend spray wax. It's a really nice, easy, it's a really nice combo.
So easy.
Easy. So we did learn a little trick, or not really a trick, but something about this paste wax and the spray here. First of all, it is tinted, so it will tint your towels a little bit. It's like a light blue color. And if you do run into smears, you know, with the paste wax, you kind of have to balance your wait time. You might actually have to wipe it off a little sooner than expected. So don't go too far. Don't do the entire car if you're outside or in the sun or something, if you're mobile. Do it section by section. Maybe wait a minute and then test it. See how it wipes off. And if it wipes off clean, then you're good. But maybe don't wait too long, or it will become harder to remove and may cause some smearing. But again, you can use some spray wax or their blend to help with that and to aid it. And then just use extra towels, and eventually that smeariness goes away anyway. It'll start to flash away and becomes very, very slick. So this is a nice combo. The paint is so glossy and it's extremely slick. Really, really nice stuff. So I think the only thing we have to do now is wheels and tires and anything on the exterior glass. Windshield? Okay, windshield. And I'm going to put some sort of a coating or sealant on the windshield. Okay, now let's move on to the wheels and tires. We're going to use the Vonnex blend. Now we've used this on paint. It's an all-in-one SiO2 polish. Awesome stuff. Very easy to work with. It's like 3D speed on steroids with the SiO2 in it. So I'm going to apply it with the applicator, and I actually am going to use the applicator that we use the paste wax with. Still has a little bit of that wax in it, but it's fine, not a problem. These wheels aren't the greatest. They have a little bit of road rash and a little bit of baked on stuff and some like weird overspray, but that's okay. I'm just going to give it a light polish by hand, and it's going to gloss them up and protect it. Oh, he's gonna freak out in a good way. Freaking out in a good way, yeah. Freaking out in a good way. These look incredible. Don't know why anyone would want black, shiny rims. They're so annoying to clean, but I gotta say, they do look amazing when they're done. Okay guys, so that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. As always, if you are enjoying the videos, give them a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss stuff. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great week. Take care.